Okay, this video is going to be about some sights I'm going to change out on my 1911s here. My two Colt 1911s, which are more or less more of a traditional style stock 1911s with the old style blade rear sights. These aren't Novak cuts or anything, no night sights, which I'm not the greatest fan of night sights on a carry gun anyway, but I really am not the biggest fan of these sights. Believe it or not, I have managed to cut myself on these things a few times. I've managed to break some of them before. They're actually fairly fragile. If you smack them against something, they can actually break off. So I've always wanted to change them out, but I haven't wanted to have the slides milled yet. I'm kind of going back and forth whether I wanted just to change the slides from their original configuration or not. So I've been having to think about whether I want to change to damage the slides, or do I just want to try to find a slide that fits in there. Now I found some night sights that would fit, but I'd have to change the front post sights, and I don't want to have to do that right now. So I was trying to find something that would fit in and just take the place of the standard rear back sight. And I think I did find something. Someone on another forum, on the Colt forum, suggested that I try these 10.8 Performance. Let's see if that focuses in there. 10.8 Performance. These are 1911 NM style rear sights. They are a little beefier than the standard sights. You'll see it better once it's on the gun. So I'm going to be taking the old sights off and putting these ones on tonight. I've got my old BJ Machine sight pusher here to take the old sights off and put the new sights on. So in a few minutes here, I'll go ahead and take the sights off of these. Use this to take the sights off, put these sights on, and I'll show you how it looks different. As you can see, even on this one here, it's still the old style sights, how they fit in there. Just the three dots, which I can always either focus on the front dot or the back dots, never both. My eyes are not what they used to be. So we will see here in a few minutes what the difference is between the sights, how different it looks. Okay, here are the two different sights installed. As you can see, the original sight on the other gun, and this one on the new gun, or on the other gun, the new sight. You can see it's much more substantial looking. Doesn't look as flimsy. Doesn't have the sharp edges on it. It's got a nice plain black background. Actually, it seems to me I can get a better sight picture like that than I can with those. As you can see, that big deep groove there, to me, makes it easier. I can actually see that front sight now. So, looking good so far. As you can see, like I say, it looks a little more substantial. Doesn't look so flimsy. Doesn't look so, well, cheap, I guess. Okay, I have the sights on both of them. Like I said, I like the way it looks much better. Looks much more substantial. I can get a better sight picture on the front dot. These are mainly for range. I don't carry either of these, so I really like that sight for the range. I have to take it now and see how well sighted in they are. Now I only have one little problem. Did have to mar them a little bit just to get them in. These were tight to get in. This was not an easy. I had to file this one down a little bit to get it to go in. But once got them in, they're in there good and solid. I'll just take a little piece of sandpaper and sand that back around it on the side there and then re-blue it. I've got some bluing stuff. But overall, really like the way they look. Like I said, much more substantial. They're not so fragile. These aren't going to snap off. These aren't going to cut me as bad. So well worth the money. I think they were like $30 a piece, something like that. So not an expensive alternative, very cheap, fairly easy to put on. If you have a sight pusher, I wouldn't try to do it without a sight pusher. These would have been hell to get in without a sight pusher, but worth it in the end. I'm going to probably have to re-sandblast the top of this because I brushed it down a little bit after I re-blued this, so have to do that. But like I say, I like the look a lot better.